John's support and his wife for inviting us here today. Thank you. We don't know the results yet, obviously. The television is here. But please keep in mind, Donald Trump does not need to win Iowa to win the presidency. Ted Cruz needs to win Iowa.
Yes.
Ted Cruz doesn't win, he's done.
Yes.
He's done. We're ahead by 25 points. We're ahead by 25 points in New Hampshire. We're way ahead in South Carolina. And on March 1st, we're going to win in Virginia. I don't know what's going to happen here tonight, but I can tell you this one thing. That after Trump wins, and Donald Trump, Mr. Trump wins in New Hampshire and South Carolina, the campaign will continue to go. There will be a contest. On March 1st, of all the states that are up on that day, there are several of them, including Minnesota and others. But by far the most important one is the Commonwealth of Virginia. And it's all great that we're here today, and we're having a great time. But the most important thing we got to do is we got to stay focused on Virginia on March 1st. We've got an excellent ground campaign. It's very, very well organized. We got Mr. Lloyd. Mark, where are you?
I'm too short to be able to sit with the crowd.
But here's the deal, folks. We really need you to get out, your friends, your family, etc. We need telephone calls. We need to get people out on March 1st. Now, as you probably know, last Saturday night, after pressure from all of you and pressure from Trump supporters and from across the state Central Committee, the Republican State Central Committee, overturned the decision to impose the pledge on Saturday. We expect that that's going to remove one of the hurdles. There's one thing that Trump has been able to do, and for all of you, how many people were here at the Manassas rally at Prince William County Fairgrounds a few weeks ago? I know you were there. Okay, there was something that was magical in that moment. Trump is able to attract people who normally don't vote Republican, people who certainly don't vote in Republican nomination processes. They're coming back to us. These are the Reagan Democrats. These are the blue-collar workers. These are the working class. This is middle America. And they're coming to Trump. And we are the leaders here. We are on the edge. I was just talking to a couple of you. There's something very magical about this moment in American political history. 1964, 1980. Every once in a while, the Republican Party remakes itself. We're right on the edge. We're part of it right now. We're all part of it. We're all leaders in this. So please come out. If you don't know what to do or how to help out, either go to the Trump website or speak to Mr. Lloyd and the others, but we definitely need your help. Thanks a lot. Mark, would you like to say a few words?
First thing I want to do is thank Dr. Hans for putting this together. How about giving him a round of applause? Alice Butler Short and her crew prepared the food, and they worked their tails off and did a great job. So thank you. That is exactly true. Folks, this really is a movement. I've worked campaigns. I've done this all over the country. This is different. It feels different. It is different. A little aside that, usually when you work a campaign, you have to beg people to volunteer. There's times we're trying to find things for people to do. But there are several things that are going to come up that we've got to have your help. It does take boots on the ground. At some point, you're going to be asked, you will be asked to do voter outreach.
Hey, Mark, speak up a little bit.
You will be asked to do some voter outreach work. And voter outreach is going to be getting on those telephones, making those calls, because it does make a difference. You understand the numbers that for every 12 calls that you make, you will flip one vote. And if we win by one vote, it's still a win, folks. It's still a win. So I thank you for coming out. I want it to be more than just come out. If you sign up, we're going to call you. We want to put you to work. You're not going to accomplish anything by going to parties. It takes work. And it's going to take work. I'm not going to say just to save America. Folks, it's going to take work to save Western civilization.
Exactly.
And that's where we are right now. This is bigger than anything I think we've ever faced. I don't think anybody really understands or can comprehend how big this really is. You make it part of history. It is part of history. And you've got to participate. If you don't participate, history may be written in a way we don't want it written. So step up, step out, sign up, turn out, bring your friends. If you have questions about what to do, call me. John Jaggers, where are you? He's right here.
John,
John,
where is he?
he's over here.
There he is.
Okay, my responsibility is, I have Virginia and the surrounding states that I have to deal with. John is focusing on Northern Virginia. He is your man on the ground here. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to him for just a couple minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you have done, and thank you for what you're going to do. I'm just going to ask you to do more. So there you go.
With leaders like Mark and Corey Stewart, the Trump campaign is in great shape in Virginia. With leaders like Dr. H, Alice, and all of you, we can win Virginia. But before the Battle of Virginia begins, tonight we're going to celebrate winning the Battle of Iowa. Next week is the Battle of New Hampshire. And we just got texts that the next battle we're going to win is February 20th, which is South Carolina. We're going to march through, we're going to call, we're going to outwork, we're going to outcall, and we're going to out-hustle everybody, just like our leader, Donald Trump. You know that Donald Trump has done more events on our behalf than all the other candidates combined. We've got to emulate that work ethic to win. Alice?
I'm here.
That's all I got to say, folks. Sign up and work.
John, how can we do what we have to do?
So everyone has Facebook. You can go on the internet. There are call centers in Fairfax on Route 50. There's a call center in Loudoun, and there's a phone bank in Arlington. The campaign has got new call software for us. I know some of you work with the first couple of iterations, but the new iteration enables us to call anywhere from 50 to 100 calls per hour to reach a voter. You can call from home. You can call one of our phone banking locations. You need a PC or tablet with internet and your cell phone. And you can sit there and you can flip. For every 12 calls, you can flip a voter. And that will lead to victory.
John, what if you want to have like our neighbors and friends to get together and have the same small events? How can you help us all? What do we have to do?
Right now, we're focused on getting out the vote through phone calls, and then later in the spring, we're going to be doing door knocking. Everything's about getting our fellow citizens across the country to come out and vote in their respective states. Everything follows the calendar, just like Mark had talked about. New Hampshire, next week, South Carolina, March 1st, Virginia, and then March 12th, Fairfax County. And for anyone who lives in Fairfax or Loudoun County, we'd like you to sign up and be delegates to support the candidates we have running FCRC, which is their local Republican Party, because they're going to help get out the vote in the general election and bring Fairfax home to win. If we win Fairfax in Virginia, we will win the election across the country. You are living in ground zero of this year's election. It's not just that you can make history, you are history in Fairfax County. Because I'm sure you've all heard, so goes Fairfax County, so goes Virginia. So goes Virginia, so goes the country. That's what we're going to do. And with that, Alice?
Okay, this is a surprise, but I really do enjoy talking about Mr. Trump and about the man that he is. Because we all know what his policies are. We all know he's going to make America great again. We know that he's going to build a wall and he's going to be the greatest job creator. But some people say or think that because he's a little rough around the edges sometimes, that, oh dear, we don't like him because of the way he talks. But they really need to get to know who he is. And I found out by reading, and I got to the very last page of The Art of the Deal. Did any of you here read that book? Okay, I'm sure if you did, you probably didn't really pay any attention to that last page because you were so impressed with all the wonderful deals that he had made. But in that last page, he told me who he really was. And in that page, he said, that was 30 years ago. He said, now my challenge for the next 20 years is to figure out what to do in terms of giving back to others. And he said, I don't mean with money, because if you have a lot, you should be generous. But he said, for me, it's all in the doing. And he said, one thing that I have discovered about myself is that I have the ability to draw good people together and inspire them to do their best work. He said, I really admire those who put themselves directly on the line. And isn't that what he has done for us? He has put himself directly on the line, financially, personally. Nobody has taken the abuse that he has taken. But he has done it because he loves America, and he loves the American people. He really, really loves the American people. And if you're around him, you would really know that. And a lot of people don't know. They know that he's given millions to charity, but there's so many things that he's done on a personal level. Like our young Marine who was held in Mexico for 6 months. As soon as he got out, Mr. Trump wrote him a check for $20,000. I think by now you've heard about the elderly couple who helped him when his car broke down many years ago. He paid off their mortgage. And there was another couple who were about to lose their farm in New York State, and he put it right for them. So he really is a good man. And apart from that, he's a strong man. He keeps his word. There hasn't been one person who worked for him who has come out and said anything negative about him. They all say that he's a man of integrity. He demands a lot, but he gives respect, and he's very generous. I think we will be very, very fortunate if we have this man as our next president, because I think to the best of his ability, he will keep every promise that he has made. And I have never, ever been so excited about a campaign as I am about this one. And that's why I'm working 24/7 to make it possible, because I do believe he will make America great again.
Okay, as we said before, one of the things we want you to do, in addition to make calls, we'd like you to sign up to be delegates. And what we want you to do is, one of the things we want to do is, there's 2 political races that are being run right now. One race is for the popular vote, and the other race is for delegates. So we have one of our very